Hello everyone, it's me again, Manik SANTI DEVI Sitangsu.
And today I'm going to talk about the negative impact of social media on mental health. Then, the topic that I will discuss in today's presentation are: what is social media? What is mental health? And then, what are the negative impacts of using social media on mental health? And the last, some things that we can do to avoid the negative impact of social media on mental health. Now, let's move to the first part of my presentation about what is social media.
Social media refers to the means of interaction among people in which they create, share, and/or exchange information and ideas in virtual communities and networks.
And then, I also would like to explain to you about what is mental health.
So, mental health, defined by the World Health Organization or WHO, as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and also is able to make a contribution to his or her community.
On this presentation, I also would like to explain to you about some negative impacts of using social media on mental health.
Apart from communicating over long distance, social media fulfills many human social needs. Expressing feelings and reporting daily activities through status is another thing that makes many people diligently use social media. But social media has perceived bad influence on mental health. People who are negatively impacted by social media are usually passive users. In addition, if we use social media too often, it can also affect our mentality. For the example, if we read too many bad comments about what we like or what we do on social media, of course it will be something we will think about. Even though it is no need to think too much because it will only interfere with our mental health.
So, what should we do to avoid the negative impact of social media on mental health? There are some tips and tricks that we can do to avoid the negative impact of social media on mental health. There are: first, limit the time and place you use social media.
Using social media can affect direct communication with others. By turning off social media notification or turning on airplane mode at certain times of the day, we can better relate to other people.
Second, schedule a detox period.
Several studies have shown that a social media detox or a 5-day to a week pause from social media can reduce stress level and increase life satisfaction. So start scheduling a daily break from social media for a few days.
Third, use social media mindfully. Why are you doing this?
If opening social media has become the first thing we do in the morning, is it because we want to know the latest news or just a habit as an escape to face a new day? Let's try to answer this question honestly with ourselves.
And the last, social media is not a substitute for real life.
When used with mindfulness and consideration, social media is a useful addition to our social life. However, only the person sitting across from us can satisfy the basic human need for a sense of connectedness and self-existence. Okay everyone, that's all I want to say for today's presentation. I'd like to end this presentation with a summary of the main points. As an educated millennial human, we should be wise in using social media. We should also pay attention to what we do and what we create on our social media, because if we make mistakes with our posts on social media, especially comments we give in someone's social media, can affect someone's mental health and vice versa. When we get bad comments on our social media, always think positively and reflect well on what we have done with a clear mind to avoid bad mental illness influence. Well, I have covered the points that I needed to present today. I'd like to thank you for taking time out to listen to my presentation today, and I hope this presentation can make us realize how important it is to be wise in using social media, and also we can be more careful when commenting on someone through social media. I also hope that we can avoid ourselves from the bad influence of social media on our mental health by doing some of the tips that I have mentioned earlier. Thank you.